The bing of Google recording, and thus we begin. On this call or this video, I'm gonna give a little overview of the A-Team, this program I started, and how it functions and the structure. It's really straightforward. And so the majority of it really revolves around this document, which I'm gonna share right now. So, this sort of gives an overview here, this page. Who's it for? What are the goals? What are our shared values? But the meat and potatoes really comes from two sections. So one, everyone writes down a goal. So for me, it says I want to continue to legitimize the Happy We Met, building out the A-Team and launching my first course while staying disciplined with my half marathon training, which I think I've done pretty well at. People are setting up campaigns for mayor, financial discipline, less door dashing. Goals really are all over the place, from getting jobs, finding apartments, more consistency. And then how we go about setting those goals comes from this document here, which is just a very simple sheet that I've built. I've used this when I was chief of staff, when I was managing sales teams. Very straightforward, week over week, you set goals. And so, some are professional, sending an email. Some are about going to tennis, getting some time on the treadmill, prepping a resume, focusing on rehab. The goals really vary. And you're able to see that some people check them out, and then some things become bigger priorities, and then they get done, right? And so that's part of what the experience is you start to see basic things really can get deprioritized pretty easily, right? So this is such an interesting example, right? She said, I really want to reach out to my TA. I really want to reach out to my TA. And it took her 3 weeks to do it. But even though she didn't do it, I always emphasize that this is the value of writing down goals and writing down these priorities, is that even if you don't accomplish it, you get this feedback. And, some other things that are interesting, right, is you get better at setting goals that are relevant to you. See, this is a good example. Megan, for example, said 10K steps a day was a goal. And she said that week she averaged 10K steps, but one day she wasn't feeling well, so she didn't walk. And she reset her goal to 75K steps for the week, because she realized that that's really her main goal, not necessarily the daily movement, as much as that helps her get there. The goal was to get to 75K, and then the next week she did 80. So you get your own space to write these goals, and I essentially do what I'm doing here on the call. I go through and I go, how did you do it? Did you enjoy your birthday week? Great. That's a great goal, right? And you can see this woman is a hard worker, right? Financial planning, all this stuff. But some weeks you don't want to do that. Some weeks your goal should be to rest and to enjoy. And I love to see that she accomplished it that week. Then separately, I have a worksheet where I've created activities that I have links, where there are various videos and activities and questions to sort of get you to reflect on various concepts that are really relevant to goal setting and leveling up yourself and leveling up your progress and ability to focus. And so that's a summary of the A-Team. If you have any questions, let me know. It's pretty straightforward. We meet once a week. I provide buddies. So every week you're paired up with someone else in the group. You get to check in on their goals, see how their progress is. They check in on you. It creates a really motivating community and sort of support group, and people are all working towards disparate goals. I think I create a really fun, light environment that makes you motivated to show up. And my goal is ultimately to make it so that the A-Team is the best meeting of your week. So accountability and action on the A-Team, that's what we do. And that's a little overview.